Performing brain surgery is scary. Driver's tests are scarier. My name is Sasha Buhr, and here are some interesting facts about me. I'm intelligent. The first time I ever scribed into surgery, I was 18. I have a severe fear of failure. I didn't learn how to drive until I was 24 because I was too afraid to fail the driver's test. I love my life. I'm currently living in Hawaii for the second time. First, let's talk about blood and guts. Don't worry, I'll skip the really gory details and keep this PG. I joined the Army as a surgical technician when I was 17. Turned 18 in basic training, more commonly known as boot camp. I actually made myself a birthday cake out of an MRE, crackers, and peanut butter. As you can tell, my adulthood was off to an exciting start. But after several months of intense training and lots of hard work, I got to scrub into surgery for the first time. Now, the most common question I get is, were you scared during your first surgery? The simple answer is, duh. First of all, I didn't know if I was smart enough to do it. You have to memorize thousands of instruments, and at 17, I didn't know if I was capable of that. Secondly, less than a year prior, I was in high school, where my biggest worry was whether or not my outfit violated my school's dress code. My life changed dramatically in that year. And quite frankly, I wasn't sure if I was ready for the responsibility of literally having someone's life in my hands. Turns out I was, and I was pretty good at my job. So good, in fact, I got the opportunity to become the neuroscrub tech, which meant I got to assist in brain and spine surgery. I was smarter than I gave myself credit for, and I did all this before I owned my first car. Which brings me to the next fun fact about myself. I got my driver's license when I was 24. Little background. I had my first child at 20. At the time, I also had 2 stepkids. I was still in the Army, still scrubbing into surgeries. All those things can be scary and a little intimidating, right? Yet, I was so afraid of failing my driving test that I completely avoided it. I was paralyzed with fear over the thought of failing, which means I got married, had 3 kids, and was a part of brain surgery all before I knew how to drive. I eventually got my driver's license, and when I did, I asked the instructor if I passed, to which he responded, "You've had your permit 3 times. You passed." Now that we've covered those 2 things, last but definitely not least, let's talk paradise. When I joined the Army, I wanted to end up in Hawaii so bad. I never in a million years thought I would get to. Not only did I get Hawaii as a duty station, it was my very first one. I lived in Hawaii from 2006 to 2010. The second I left it, I missed it. I never stopped missing it. That's why I was over the moon when I found out in 2018 my husband had orders to Hawaii. We are not taking this duty station for granted. We go to the beach as often as we can. We do as many fun things that our budget allows. And get out and explore the island often. A day never goes by when I don't stop and think how lucky we are to live here. So, when you think of Sasha, think of someone who performed brain surgery, joined the Army, had children, traveled over 10,000 miles, all before she worked up the guts to take a driver's test. Looking back, the lessons I've learned are I never give myself enough credit. I'm smarter than I think I am. I continue to shock myself with what I'm capable of. Because of that, I need to spend less time avoiding things for fear of failure and face those fears head on. Because so far, I've done pretty good for myself.